I am the Oracle Apollo. Come share your light with me. These messages I follow, restoring balance unto thee. Do not be afraid, you're part of saving grace. Do not hesitate, let's reignite your faith. Divine encounters are alive. Divine encounters, our lives designed. I am the Oracle Apollo.
Thanks for joining me, your hostess, the Oracle of Apollo, the Water Bearer. And today is Wednesday night, and thank you for joining me here on Divine Encounters. Holla, Oracle in the house. But first, to your health, wealth, and prosperity, because you know I always encourage you to have your high-quality H2O. This is not a passive viewing experience, but an interactive experience where we are going to create. Wow, check that out. I'm popular right now. I don't even know how that happened. I thought my phone was on silent, but I guess not. C'est la vie. So thank you guys for joining me, and I can't wait to bring all of this beautiful energy in. We have a supernatural story time with Kessa today. And before we get into all of that, did you guys see that opener with the intention pen? I want you guys to know I still have 2 of the Oracle of Apollo intention pens left. Beautiful. And actually, I'm shipping one to the UK, so we're sending out our first pen to the UK. Yay! And we have 2 left. And what these pens are going to be used for, they're intention pens, as they say. So the person, Eric, he creates these from scratch by hand from a block of wood, places your intention into the pen. He's a Reiki practitioner, sends them to me, and then I go ahead and I energize your pen, and I, attune your pen to the angel master frequency, and then send you guys the pen for all of your manifesting purposes. So if you're still interested in 2 of the 12 limited edition pens that are left, please message me. And this also includes a special workshop with me, the Oracle of Apollo, a full moon manifestation workshop that I will be giving everybody once all the 12 pens are sold. And if it's your first time here, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. All of your support is very much appreciated here. All of you guys are watching from different platforms, so I welcome you and thank you for being here. And if you want to work with me more, or you want to do some meditations with me, or see when I'm doing public appearances, like I'm doing the virtual psychic expo.com on March 20 and 21. You guys can go here to meetup.com/awaken Philadelphia. Every week, you guys have a chance to win a personalized angel message and blessing from me to you. And of course, today I have a winner. I already messaged her today, so she should be coming on here and at the end of the feed, and she'll receive her angel channeled message. So thank you everybody for being here. Thank you. I look amazing. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of you. Hi, beautifuls. I hope everybody is doing fantastic today, and thank you for being here. And of course, I'm looking forward to bringing on Kessa now. So what I have to say to that, are you guys ready to hear about the impossible and make it possible? Hello, welcome.
Hello, welcome. Thank you for having me.
Kessa, so this is your first time on the show. Thank you for being on Divine Encounters. We're super stoked to have you today. We're going to drop your Instagram right here. I hope everybody at home gives Kessa a beautiful Divine Encounters welcome with the heart and the little, what we do normally, we do the little candles. I couldn't find the word. The little candle emojis and the little heart emojis there at the bottom, and give Kessa a beautiful Divine Encounters hello. And Uriel is saying hello. So tell us a little bit about who you are, ma'am. How did you get here today?
How did I get here today? My name is Kessa, and I started my spiritual journey, I want to say 2 years ago. And I met your beautiful soul at the center. And upon my journey, I just started doing more meditating, breathing. I got a reading by you, and most I have to tell you how true everything has become. I'm just at it all. I started my own business called Just Breathe Baby, and it's a metaphysical boutique where I sell sage, incense, crystals. I do live crystal auctions on Instagram, which is amazing. I have adopted my soul tribe. When I started this journey and when I started my business, my intentions was to not for my customers not to be people who I knew. I wanted to adapt my soul tribe. I wanted a different type of people.
I understand.
That makes sense. And with me starting my business and me going out into the light, which I never thought that I could. And you told me, my first reading you gave me, you told me I would be in the limelight. And I'm like, what? The limelight? I couldn't imagine. Like, I'm shy. Well, I thought I was. You had me going to Toastmasters. Like, I can't speak in front of a crowd. You said that I would have a spotlight on me. And right now I'm sitting on your show with my ring light.
Oh my gosh.
On the show. I have my own business. So,
But you've become more public though. You have become a lot more public.
Yes, and I'm amazed at how many people are in my inbox asking me for advice. I never portray to be, the one that knows it all. I'm still, learning as well. Every day is a learning experience.
It is. Every day is a learning experience.
But I enjoy every minute of this journey, of this life, every minute.
It's a beautiful journey to be on, and thank you for being here. And
it is.
I am excited to have you from a long time ago to now. So this is really exciting, and to hear all of the developments. When I give my readings, I don't know what's gonna happen. And you know what's funny? I was just talking about my reading style today, because I was telling my boyfriend, skeptics, they call these cold readings, right? Where you allegedly read somebody's body language to figure out what their response is going to be. And I was like, Doug, but when I read someone, I'm blindfolded and they're not even allowed to talk to me until the completely end of the reading. And typically when I do a gallery reading, I have a scry. And for you guys at home, my scry is the person that reads your questions. So I don't actually talk to any of the clients that are here with me. And you guys give me no reply. And then at the end of the reading, everybody kind of breaks out and says, oh, this is what happened. So I want to know what a skeptic would say to a reading like that when I can't cold read you because I can't see you and I can't hear you. So, I don't know. I just want to throw that out there. But Kessa, guess what? I love to start every episode, before we get into your story, I love to start every episode with something positive that we can all connect on, something eye-opening that maybe it allows us to unfold a little bit and give some perspective to our days. So we're going to go ahead now into the good news, guys. And what I say to that is, what's good? All right, we have the good news. This is Fall Into My Arms card. So beautiful. Surrender, holding the opposites and extremes of life. The Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life can be, that being human can be lonely and confusing, that the polarity and separation can be excruciating when your soul remembers the oneness of Source. But at the same time, it can be done incredibly glorious and sweet. So often, we see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it a mean that we are being rewarded. And when things are bad, then perhaps we've done something wrong. However, we're all here to expand and grow. And it's through the extremes of life that we do exactly that. You're being invited to welcome the highs and the lows of the human experience, to let them initiate you more fully into life, the agony and the ecstasy, the beauty and the bitterness. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable experience and existence of your experience as a soul. The Great Mother wants your hand to hand you over. The Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness, your worries, your hurt, your sorrows, your fears, your burdens, and your doubt, to lay them on her altar, to fall fully into her arms, and to remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more truthfully you can say, I've truly lived. Beautiful. And we have here the blessing of the week, Angel Raphael blessing everybody with enlightenment. So make sure that you are claiming this blessing right there below in the comment section. Wow. This is a beautiful message. How do you feel about this, Kessa? Fall into my arms. A lot of energy coming in for that one.
All right, let me just I resonate with that. I'm in a constant battle with myself. I'm constantly on this journey. I find it very soothing and successful when I talk to myself. So I can feel overwhelmed, and I'm always, things are always going on in my mind. But then when I just take a step back and just breathe and show gratitude, everything just ends up being what it should be.
As it should, right.
As it should, yes.
So I have an activation here for everybody. Since this card is all about learning to balance these extremes of life. So I invite you now, if you would like to be partaking in this activation, is just place your hand on your heart space, and you're going to go ahead and read this out loud with me. I'm ready to embrace the extremes of my life. I lay all I am carrying onto the Great Mother's altar and fall completely into her arms. And then just close your eyes for just a second and just notice how that surrendering and knowing that there's a support there, how does that feel inside of you in this moment? And don't label it, just notice and be grateful for it. Namaste. That was really nice. I felt like I was being held by the universe, and I just feel warm and soft. I feel so soft right now. I feel a lot of pink. I feel soft. I feel good. I feel blissful. I feel great. How about you, Kessa? Anything over there? Did you feel anything from that activation?
Yes. Anytime I'm in your presence, I always feel something. I feel peace and I feel calm.
Nice. I love it. It's funny. I had a friend come by the other day by surprise, and she was sitting across from me. She's like, what is happening right now? I said, it always happens when I'm with my tribe. Like it's like something, for those of you at home, it's like something happens up here. It's hard to explain. It just feels like there's a tether, and there's just like a lot of energy and things moving up here. But it's all good. It's shifting us. So that's
when I'm with you, I always ask you, like, do you feel that?
Yeah. That's my
I'm
catchphrase.
It.
It's like, what is happening? Especially the tickles on the nose. For sure. So my friend, you have a beautiful story that I would like for you to share with us. And you came on the show today to do that. So I would like you to talk a little bit about why do you feel like this happened to you? And then tell us a little bit about the beginning of the story, and then walk us through it from the beginning.
Okay. Well, I was guided to start doing spiritual work. I feel like because I'm on this journey and things are, looking up for me, my energy is great. Things are always happening in my favor. If it doesn't, I have the remedies to work through it. But that's not it. Like I still have healing to do.
We all do.
And I was guided to do shadow work, and I was petrified because I feel like my life is great right now. Like, why dig up the past? Leave that where it is, But I do know that it had to be done. So I make spiritual baths. So one night, I was all emotional and I didn't, because I felt like I didn't know where to start. With my shadow work. I'm on YouTube, I'm doing all kinds of research, and nothing was resonating with me. Like the journaling, I do most of my work in the tub. I don't know if that sounds weird or not, but I get a lot of
It
results.
doesn't sound weird because when you're in the shower or in the tub, your brain goes into alpha state. So this is the state of inspiration, and people, just that connection, they don't even recognize that you're connecting with a living source, water. Right? Yeah. That's a divine source that you're exchanging with. And then these inspirations come in.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. So I just, while I'm in my bath, I just call on, my spirit guides and my ancestors just to help guide me in the way that I should start my shadow work. I don't know. I was on a defensive, like, oh, journaling, I don't want to do that. I was just on a defense with everything. And I really think it's because I didn't want to do it. I was petrified. So instantly, like when I'm in my spiritual bath, I go underwater and I play frequencies. So I can hear my heartbeat. I can hear everything. So I called on everybody and immediately, just for guidance, not necessarily at that time, maybe when I got out the tub the next day, but immediately when I called on God for guidance, I just started forgiving people. A whole list, just names, just forgiving people. And at the end of that, I ended up forgiving myself. So after that, I thought that I didn't want to journal. After my session, I came out and I just started journaling, just writing everything. It just started flowing through me just on the paper. And I thought I didn't want to journal. Following up with that, I knew I wasn't done with my shadow work. I knew I wasn't done. So following that, a few days later, I did a meditation. It was just a guided meditation, just to balance my chakras. But at the end of that meditation, he said, just listen to what you hear. What sounds do you hear? What is, what is going on? What do you feel? And all of a sudden in my left ear, I heard, I love you, Kessa. And when I say I got so choked up,
I can feel it
in here, I never even experienced, I'm a crybaby. I never experienced this type of cry and choke up. And I just blurted out like, I love you too. And it was my father.
Got goosebumps.
I did not have a relationship with my father. He left when I was 5. I never spoke of him. From time to time when I was growing up, he would pop in, pop out, but I never even acknowledged him. He died in 93. And I didn't even acknowledge that. I didn't grieve. But I thought I was okay. I thought it was, I'm a grudge holder. So that's why.
Wait, what's your sign?
I'm a Leo. So I'm a grudge holder, but I didn't think that it was affecting my life. I didn't think that I was holding a grudge. I just thought out of sight, out of mind,
That's what a lot of people believe, and this is why shadow work is so important, because we don't recognize the devastation that is actually causing us by it existing there.
Oh my God. When I say so choked up. Like everything was just like, oh, I couldn't breathe, everything. So, I realized it was my father's voice. And afterwards, I just had to like breathe and just get myself together. And I turned on my frequencies, and I turned on, it's this artist that I absolutely love. And he started singing. And the first song that he played on my Alexa was "What Is Love?" And it broke down everything that was love. And here I am again, the person that doesn't want to journal. I just started writing. And with that experience, I learned that I am loved. I am love. And I am now okay to let down my wall to accept love. And I'm not like I'm going out there, like, hey, but I'm in a healing process.
Right.
But that experience to me was the key to my healing success. And that was I'm going to tell you, that was the first and only time I heard my father tell me that he loved me.
Wow.
And in the process, although I've been on this journey for 2 years, and when I call on my ancestors, there go that grudge. I never even thought of my father. Like, never thought. He's my ancestor. He is my blood.
He is.
But I'm always thinking of everyone else except for him. But I want to believe that when I did that spiritual bath and I did that first act of shadow work and forgave him, he felt comfortable enough to come to me and tell me that he loved me. So I'm loved. My daddy loves me.
Oh my God, that is so amazing and powerful and beautiful. Wow. I mean, that's divine. That literally is divine. You're sitting here with an intention. You've created a state for you to go into that alpha state, and then you were allowed to receive the inspiration of forgiveness, which you then chose to enact upon, because we have to choose it. It's not enough that it's presented to us. We have to choose it, because like you stated, you had these walls of preservation are actually walls of imprisonment that we actually create around us. Exactly. We think, let me build these walls. When we say I have walls up, we think we're talking metaphorically or proverbially. Really, we're speaking on the terms of energy, because when you build those walls, you're keeping love from flowing in. Okay. Because they're being built from like a non-aware place. They're being built from a place of fear, not a place of knowing, and they're not being built by a place of integrity. Mm-hmm. So, to not confuse people, you can build a wall of protection that is not created by fear.
Right.
We have a question for you.
Yes.
Any tips on how to do shadow work?
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You have to get over that first part. Do not be scared. Do not be petrified. Be like Nike and just do it.
That's right. You be like Nike and just do it. I love that. And Nike is actually the goddess of success. For those of you guys who didn't know why they use her, she's a goddess. I'm a goddess. And as far as that goes, I've actually been doing a lot of shadow work myself recently. And how to go about it. I like to start with a feeling, and the feeling is, example, whatever is the last thing that has triggered you, something that has made you uncomfortable or didn't feel like it was in alignment with yourself.
Right.
And then I ask myself, when is the last time that I experienced this? And then when I get to that moment in time, then I ask myself, when is the first time I've experienced this? And then you guys are going to notice as you go through this experience that the word itself might change, and things that may come up that you don't even remember happened. It's just that long ago. Maybe you're so young you can't even speak, and you're feeling those things, so you have no way to express it. So that's one way I like to do it. For those of you guys at home trying to figure it out. But then I also recommend Teal Swan. Who did you start looking into when you started doing your shadow work, Kessa?
Nobody. What's Teal Swan?
Okay, Teal Swan, she's a psychotherapist who also does shadow work on YouTube, and she walks through the shadow work very, very well. She was like part of a cult when she was little, and they really did bad things to her. So then she, then she grew up and she figured stuff out, and shadow work is her best friend. So if you want to check it out, ask her.
I will.
All right, so let's go into a divine experience now, Kessa, where we invite everybody at home to tap into themselves and see where they are at energetically. So from 1 to 10 at home, go ahead right now, close your eyes, and just take a really honest assessment of where you are energetically. 1 being this is the least amount of energy that I could possibly hold, and 10 being this is the most amount of energy I can possibly have. And then put that in the comment section below so that we can see where we began from. Okay, Miss Kessa, where are you at energetically? I'm already high. Oh my God, I'm falling. It started over here already. Go ahead. Where are you at?
I am at a 7.
You're at a 7. All right. So Philly Doug is at a 6. Lazan is at a 7 today.
Hey, twin.
Nadine is at a wonderful 10. I think this is where we all want to aspire to be, at a 10.
Yes.
Fantastic. So I'm going to call in the team, everybody. If you're watching me on your phone, just put your phone down so your hands are open, palms facing up, and just set an intention. And for the next 1 minute, we're going to go ahead and bring in some beautiful energy in here for you guys, and I'm going to walk you through that. Let me call in the team first, and I'll be right back. All right, everyone, 60 seconds on the clock. Close your eyes, take a beautiful golden breath in, and just allow this energy to enter into you and going down your hips, down to the ground, to the bottom of your feet, coming out the bottom of your feet like roots of a tree. And then just allow yourself on your next natural exhale to release what no longer serves you. Labels and stories do not matter in this time. Just breathing in beautiful golden energy into your heart space, allowing that to expand and clear any heaviness inside of you, any heartbreak or any hurts from the past. And on the next exhale, releasing what no longer serves you. 1 more beautiful golden breath into the body, and it is now emanating and circling around the entire body, and your energy field is surrounded by beautiful golden light. On your exhale, releasing what no longer serves you and sending everything down to the ground to be recycled, transmuted, upgraded, and then bringing your right palm and your left palm to touch in front of your heart space. And just thank yourself and your guides for taking this 1 minute and clearing yourself. And you can wiggle your fingers and your toes and open your eyes, but please do not stand, as the vehicle may still be in motion. So keep your arms and legs in the vehicle while it is still in motion. And then put in the comment section below, where are you at now energetically? From 1 to 10, 1 being the least amount of energy, 10 being the most amount of energy. And then let us know, what else did you feel? Did you feel hot? Did you feel cold? Did you feel tingling or pressure? Did you feel discomfort or pain? Did you feel electricity or water? Did you feel burping or gassing, or your stomach talking to you, or hard swallowing? Anything at all, go ahead, put it in the comment section below now and let me know where you're at as far as your number. So where are you at now, Kessa?
I'm at an 8.
So you went up 1 point.
I went up 1 point. You took me to the beach. I went to the beach real quick.
Oh,
I saw white birds. Yeah.
All right, I love the white birds.
Let's bump it up to a 9.
Okay, it's still climbing. You see, it's still climbing, and the heat is coming in now. Yes. I see it. I see you. You can't hide from me. Angelo says that got me high 10. Philly Doug jumped up 2 points. He's at an 8. Someone was touching my eyes. Someone was touching my eyes the other day too. The John of God entities were touching my eyes, and then consequently, for days after, I was just seeing dead people everywhere. Oh my God, speaking of dead people. So yesterday I took my partner out on a date, Kessa, and we went to a candlelight romantic string quartet concert.
Okay.
And it was maybe like a dozen people in this Mason Lodge, out of all places. As soon as those people started touching the cello and the violins, the rest of because there was social distancing, so there was all these benches that were empty. As soon as they started playing, it was like the whole room was filled with spirits. And I'm just like, there's more spirits in here than there are actual people watching this concert because, and the spirits were social distancing. Let me just tell you. And they were all wearing like the Edwardian period clothing with the dandy hair and the white hair and the white wigs. And I was just like, it just appeared like a big white cloud. And I was just like, oh my God, that's so crazy. I wasn't expecting that. Dead people are everywhere.
Yeah.
Little Lazon says she has an 8 and she felt lightheaded. And Doug said it was amazing and he felt it in his feet. And Angelo says, cool. Fantastic. Thank you guys for that. We do this semi-weekly every Sunday and Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure that you are tuning in. So Kessa, you mentioned ancestors. Talk to us a little bit about that. Does everybody have ancestors? Can everybody communicate with ancestors? Do they have an active role in our life, even though they're past?
Absolutely. Your ancestors are there. They are there to help you, to guide you. They're just sitting there waiting for you to ask for help. Just ask. Just breathe and just ask. Ask for help. And I promise you.
What kind of help can we ask our ancestors for?
Well, you could just ask for guidance, for anything that anything. You can ask them, you need some money, ask them for a blessing. Do a money blessing. You need some guidance in a decision that you need to make, just ask. You don't have to. Only thing I do that's like, I just call on my ancestors through blood or association.
What do you mean through blood? Am I gonna have to take a knife and cut myself?
My ancestors that are by blood,
okay,
or by association. Like my grandfather, he's my step grandfather. He's not my blood, so he's my association. That's why I always say association, because I can't leave him out, because I know he was the only man in my life that guided me through life. So when I'm calling on my ancestors, I don't want to leave him out. Or anybody else for that matter.
Yeah, when I call on my ancestors, I also include my Reiki ancestors.
Yeah.
And they're all from Japan. And when I do an attunement on my students, it's a very proud moment. I said, these are now your ancestors too. Yeah. And you can definitely call on them for healing. So those are your healing ancestors. And how do we know when our ancestors are listening or they received the message? Like, how do they call us back and let us know that they got the message?
When you'll get signs. What
are some signs?
Okay, so I was having a panic attack because I was overwhelmed with working from home, homeschooling, and running a business. And I just like laid in the bed and I was just like, I just focused on my breath and I called on my ancestors for help. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, I'm like cradling in the bed, like holding my head. All of a sudden, somebody is just like patting my hand. It was my hand, but it wasn't my touch.
I understand.
Wasn't my hand, but it was my hand, but it was not my touch. And I mean, immediately when you call on them, they're just sitting. It's like I picture them with capes on. Like when I call on them, they just like, they can't wait to rush in to help you, because that's what they're sitting there waiting for you to help them. Like, whoosh, here we come. We're right here. What do you need? Let's do this. Let's do that. So
they're always very eager to help us.
Always.
I've always tried to call mine from generations to many past lives.
Oh, many past lives.
Yeah, that's a party. That is a party. You're inviting all of them and then some.
I have to put that on my to-do list to start investigating or just like researching how to find out about past lives and stuff like that. I know. I know.
I'm just saying, I know someone who could look into that for you.
I know.
No, but you know, if you guys want to start working on your past lives, this is a good place to start. You can start with just meditation
Right.
and doing what they call past life regression. I definitely have one on my YouTube channel, The Oracle of Apollo. But there's a lot of them out there. And it's very important to learn about your past lives, because as you do that, you start to unlock soul truths and soul remembrances. You start to unlock mystic powers that you've had from times past, or powerful insights and intuitive thoughts. You start to unlock the reasons that you're recycling old patterns that you can't get out of, or even generational curses. So, and you know, generational curses, you could have an ancestor like 15 ancestors back who, let's say, couldn't get married to another tribe person or something because they were from a different place. So they said, you know what? I hope no one in the rest of my line has healthy babies. And then from there on, you have autism and depression and diabetes. So it's important to go back and make amends with it, because some people might be like, well, what's the point of going into the past if it's the past? Because time is not linear. Everything is upon itself. So everything is coexisting in this same space, right? Mm-hmm. And healing can come from that space. So you kind of you kind of open the blossom just a little bit to find inside of there the honey that you're seeking that's far in the center, so that you can just take out a little enough so you can pollinate a different part of your awareness, a different part of your life, and grow.
Girl, I felt that.
No one's coming. No one's coming at you. I'm not trying to come for you, Kessa. I'm not trying.
I felt it.
They're like, stop yelling at me. So Kessa, it has been fantastic to have you on the show today. My winner has not arrived yet. So if you're watching my winner that I sent you a link for earlier, you should be here already to receive your blessing and your message for today. I'm actually gonna just very quickly give her one more opportunity to come in. You guys have to be here to receive your angel message. And while I do that, Kessa, can you please tell everyone what you offer and where they can get a hold of you?
Yes. Well, I offer everything to help heal you. My company is Just Breathe Baby, and I could be followed at just_breathe baby. Thank you, Oracle. And on every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do a live crystal auction. And when I tell you that the vibes are everything, if you have time on Sundays, just stop in, give me a follow, stop in. The crystals are real crystals, genuine, great price. And I describe what the crystals do. I'm just trying to help people heal and just help people feel comfortable and start in this journey, because honestly, it's the best thing that I have done, and I'm not going back to anything else.
I know that's right.
We are moving forward.
We are here for a mission. I'm here for it. I am so here for it. I was told today when I was walking through the park, there was a song playing on someone's radio, and you'll get a kick out of this, Kessa, because you know how Spirit likes to send us messages, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a song on the radio, it cuts off, and then the radio says, no one's listening. Swear to God, the radio commercial's like, no one's listening, but it will happen in 3 weeks. And I was just like, I'm listening. Was that for me? Because that was coming out of that truck. I was just like, oh, what's about to happen? Oh, because Aquarius has been having so many tower moments, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. All right, Kessa, thank you for being here. I'm gonna pop you in the green room, and then we'll bring you back for Divine Encounters final thoughts after these following messages. Thanks.
All right.
All right, guys, you know what time it is? We're about to do the midweek collective energy check-in, a reading for all of you beautiful people, and hopefully my winner for the night got my Facebook message and comes back on. Let's go.
There is a button. It's a very sexy button. It says subscribe on it. I wish I could click on it, but YouTube won't let me.
Okay, everyone, coming for the Midweek Energy Collective. Let's start. Okay, so we're doing, you guys can't see because of the, maybe if I just make this here. Okay, we're doing this first one, second one, third one. So it's going to be what you need to know, what is going to help you grow, and what you need to let go. Okay, so we got know, grow, let go. All right, so let's see what we have for you guys today. The first card, what you need to know, be of service. This is so funny because the lyrics come into my mind. Be of service, be an excellent person, use your words and don't get nervous. You can do this, you have purpose. Find your medicine and use it. That's the message from this card. You guys got a song for that one. Oof, so much energy coming in. I'm getting high off my own angel supply. Okay, number 2, High Priestess, hidden powers, reflection of ideas and knowledge. When I see the High Priestess card, it's basically saying you guys need to step into your High Priestess power. This is that power where your intuitive self knows, okay? This is that sovereign that has gone through the mud and has come through the other end. And she now understands her power. She now understands that what used to hold her back no longer can, because it no longer holds anything over her. This is about tapping into your emotions. You see all this electricity kind of exploding out of this dark cloud. And for me, it's like, you know, this is the representation of all of our obstacles, all of our mental challenges, all of the things that we put in our way. And then this electricity is communication. So there's fresh communication coming in, new energy coming in, and just elevating us and enlightening us all at the same time. Okay, let's see what we have. That was for the grow. We're coming into our power and growing and what we need to let go of. We need to let go of taking. We need to be in more of a state of balance. This is a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. When we see Virgo is a very analytical sign, and they kind of have like these checklists and how things should look. So I feel like we need to let go of the way things should look here, okay? We need to have a revolving door of energy, an equal give and take, and not just go, okay, I'm waiting to receive this. I'm waiting to receive this. I want to receive this, but I don't want to put any energy in. I want to receive this, but I want it for free. I want to receive this, but I don't want to have to anything. I don't want anything. So we need to let this idea go. You giving of your energy with love and compassion is going to allow that energy to come back to you, and it may not come back in the way you thought it would, or the way that it should look like, but giving the energy will always reap positive rewards when it comes to doing things, not for the sake of, now listen to this part. Listen, because I hear a lot of people go, well, I give and I give and I give. Now I want to say to you, are you giving to people please? Are you giving because the shadow of yourself is saying, if I don't give, then they're going to respond in a way where I'm going to feel like I am not receiving the love that I require? Or are you giving from a place of integrity? Ask yourself, if I were to get into an argument with this person tomorrow and I gave them something of value today, would I then ask for it back later? And if the answer is yes to any of part of that, then you need to really look at your intentions and see what is really a true, authentic expression of who you are. So give from an authentic space, and you will receive from that same authentic space. Your animal for the rest of the week is the mountain goat. Fighting for love or ardent declarations may hide unfaithfulness. Okay, so when I see the goat energy here, for some of you guys, you might be feeling like you're seeing things seeing things that are not there. So the goat is one that is the master of the element, the master of the mountain. You hear me say this all the time. He climbs it to the top, and now he has this new sight, and he can see things from a bigger, detached perspective. But sometimes we may be kidding ourselves, right? So if we're saying, you know, we need to be of service, if we're saying we need to step into our power, and we're saying here that we need to give rather than to take, then maybe when it comes to love or this goat energy here, it's time for you to let it known. I love you. I want to be with you, and things might not be working right now, but I want to put energy and effort into that. And if this is not a romantic relationship that you're dealing with, this could be all about you, and declare, like Kessa said, I love you. And she responded, I love you too. And that was her dad. Sometimes we have to go and dive deep into ourselves and find forgiveness for ourselves and find love for ourselves, for other things to open and unravel. Okay. For other things, we work through ourselves like layers of an onion. All right. And then your ancestors, High Priestess, harness mystic power. So we have the High Priestess more than once here today in different decks. And when we have it, it's like the universe is like saying, I said what I said and I mean what I say. It is time to step in and take action into your power. If that's admitting that you have your empath, or if that's accepting that your dreams are symbols, or it is realizing that the world or universe is speaking to you, is saying step into your power now. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of doing the shadow work, and don't be afraid of going into yourself, and don't be afraid of going on an adventure that is for soul growth. Nothing incorrect will ever come from searching for the healing inside of us. It will always be exactly what it needs to be when it needs to be at the right time. So we have here the angel blessing cards. Angel Daniel is blessing us with sweetness, and let me move them over a little bit. Angel Daniel is blessing us with sweetness, and Angel Faith is blessing us with balance, which is really funny because we started off the whole conversation here with equal give and take, especially in relationships. So I think that's very well fitted here for this angel blessing. And I don't really like to go into why the angels are blessing you with this, because it's interpretation. These are blessings themselves. So just accept these blessings and claim them for yourselves, and then allow them to come in. And I invite you guys to even go a step ahead of that. I started writing because of this show, actually. I started writing my blessings down. And I have received the blessing of Angel Faith have blessed me with beauty. And then yesterday when I was at my my date night, this girl stopped me, and apparently she was staring at me from across the room for like ever, according to my life partner. And she stopped me and she expressed, oh my God, you're so beautiful. You're wearing it so beautiful. And so, you know, this was my blessing. And I noticed it when it came in. I said, oh, that was Angel Faith. That was Angel Faith working through her. So make sure you're claiming these blessings. And then when you notice it, write it down. Please do. I would love to hear about it next week. And I hope this serves you today. And that's it for the Midweek Energy Collective check-in. Sunday night, I do all of your horoscopes for all of your signs at 7 p.m. Eastern time, as well as all the games. So please join me for that on Sunday night. All right, let's get Kessa back on the screen. Hello, friend.
With my book, I was writing down, taking my notes.
Fantastic. So how do you feel about this message? And is there anything you want to add to it?
I don't have anything to add. Well, maybe I do. I can't leave without telling you guys to just breathe, baby.
Just breathe.
But I definitely can resonate, because I feel sometimes I fall off of regimen. I'm all over the place. I still meditate, but I need to still be consistent with all my work.
Consistency is the key for sure.
Consistency, yes. So I thank you for that. I'm going to your YouTube channel about my past life tonight. And I'm going to write down my blessings tonight as well.
Actually, I have a message for you.
You do?
Actually, Goddess Isis wants to work with you tonight.
Oh, tell her, come on, I'm ready.
Okay, she's on my meditation, one of my meditations. She's ready for you tonight.
Okay.
And speaking of magic and things like that and energy, we got to do the Apollo games. Get the husband, get the wife. We're about to put Kess on the spot and get her to show off her skills. And we're going to do Apollo games now. Let's go. Okay, Kessa, and everybody at home, I'm going to present to you guys a question, and then you guys are going to predict the outcome. But the key thing here is that when you actually do it, notice how you're feeling in your body. Take a breath before the question's asked. Notice what you're feeling in your body, so that way when you get it right, you can continue to apply the formula. This is about building your development and your instincts and your intuition. And Angelo says, yes. So let's go ahead now. I'm going to give you the question, and let's see what your answers are.
Okay.
What crystal is this? Rose quartz, Latimar, Howlite, Vesuvianite. Put your prediction in the comment section below. Notice what you felt when you got it right. Okay, review.
Sir Neil.
Okay, so those were your options were rose quartz, Latimar. The letters are so tiny, it's just like so hard to see. Howlite and Vesuvianite. You got till the end of this music. What? So before you tell me your answer,
Okay.
if you win, you're going to get from me the Oracle of Apollo, the reincarnated Oracle of Apollo, legitimate social distancing high five. If you win, okay?
Okay.
What's your answer? Well, and you guys at home, go ahead, put it in the comment section below.
Howlite.
Okay, you're locking this in? Final answer?
Final answer.
All right. Doug also agrees with you. He says Howlite. And Nadine says Latimar. Lezan also is agreeing and says Howlite. We got a Howlite train here.
Woo woo.
Whoop whoop. And we're going to see now if you guys got it right.
What crystal is this? Rose quartz, Latimar, Howlite, Vesuvianite. Put your prediction in the comment section below. Notice what you felt when you got it right. Okay, reveal time. Did you say Vesuvianite?
Vesuvianite. It was Vesuvianite. I know I put some hard ones in there today.
Okay.
I did. But if you got it at home on the replay, you know, I'm a woman of my word. Just in case. In case you got it on the replay. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe this. If you guys like and follow, you turn on the notifications here on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube. Or if you're watching from the platforms, make sure you turn on the bell so you know when I'm live streaming. I'm live streaming every Sunday and Wednesday night at 7 p.m. And if you have a supernatural story time, I want to hear about it. Please send me to a friend. Email me at divineencounters@e360tv.com. This way I can talk to you guys and we can bring you on the show. Lazon's having a hoot with that one for sure. Oh, it's just like the emojis like, what's happening right now? That is pretty epic. You guys were all on the same collective wavelength, but it was on the wrong channel. I'm sorry, guys. I love you, though, but I'm sorry.
That's a nice way to put it.
And there's no losers here on Divine Encounters. Just Sunday night when you come back and try again. Or check me out on my TikTok, the Oracle of Apollo. It is going strong. We are 19.7 thousand followers with my Divine Intention pen. The Oracle of Apollo intention pen. My intention was to get 20,000 followers, and my channel was halted at around 15.6. So within the last 30 days, we've come up to 19.7, and I still have about 9 days left that I originally got my pen, and I said, okay, 30 days, 20,000 followers. So we're almost there.
Yes.
And remember, guys, I have 2 of these pens left. Like Kessa was saying about the journaling, this is a spiritual tool to assist in your journaling as well. And one of the remarks I got back from the pen was really great. It's actually from Angelo. And he said before he grabbed his pen, electricity shot out of it into his hand. And then he felt a vortex of energy, his hand with a polarity being pulled towards the pen through a vortex. I was blown away. I thought that was absolutely amazing. And it doesn't look like we have our winner to come on today. I don't know if they got scared, they didn't want to come on, or if they forgot that they were the winner. But so yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that, but you know, if you guys want to be a winner on next Wednesday's show, make sure that you share this with at least 3 people, and then you comment in the comment section below that you've shared. It can be to 3 groups, or you can tag 3 people in the comments below and then just let me know that you tagged them already. And you can come on next Wednesday and get your own angel blessing for sure, which would be fantastic. Kessa, do you have anything you want to share with the humans out there in regards to anything that you just feel like anyone in your position from the beginning of your position would need to know right now?
Don't be hard on yourself. Take your time. Take your time in this journey. It's no rush. We don't need to rush to get the answers. Just let everything flow in its natural state.
I agree with that. I don't feel like you can force anything, no matter how hard you want it to. You can't force time. You can't speed up time. So be patient, be diligent, be consistent.
Consistent, yes.
That's the key here. Be consistent. You want to get a pack of abs? You go to the gym, you drop the pizza. You want to get spiritual abs? You got to do the work too. So
put in the work.
Yes.
It's worth it.
It is worth it. And it's enjoyable. It's fun. Once you start getting through the fear challenges, it's like you're ready for something deeper. You're like, all right, that was nothing. I mean, I was crying and screaming for an hour, but I'm better now. So I'm ready for the next one.
Who's next? What's next?
That's how I was feeling the other day. I was like, I was ripping through past lives, like 10 lives in one night, like 3 nights ago. And I'm just like, I'm like, all right, the next one. I was just like a monster, like, nom, 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 nom. We're going to do it all at one sitting. But you can't do it all in one sitting. It's going to reveal exactly what needs to be revealed in its time.
Right.
Yes. Kessa, was such a honor to have you today. So thank you for being here.
Thanks.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys Sunday night when I bring your weekly horoscopes for all signs, blessings, and forecast. Thank you once again, and may you all go in love, light, and wisdom to know thyself, love thyself, and remember the divine always has your back.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Namaste.
Divine.